Hey guys, I'm Fanath, and you're probably wondering why I'm here instead of the other place. Well, it's because of personal reasons. So yeah, I couldn't think of any more ideas and I just kind of wanted to play some more FNaF fan games. So I'm not going to be talking about series that appeared in the FFI, but rather some lesser known games, as well as some I've seen on Game Jolt but I know nothing about. Okay, so recently I've been hyped for this fan game called Super FNaF 2, but I've never actually played the original. The concept of the series is, what if FNaF was an adventure game for the SNES? The first game doesn't look as good as the second one, but it looks like a harmless endeavor, so... But yeah, I chose this because I didn't want to play anything scary at the time of writing this. The game opens up with a chiptune version of the Living Tombstones FNaF song, which actually sounds pretty good, despite sounding like something I would hear coming out of Minecraft in 2012. When you start, it opens on a rainy night, presumably in Hurricane, where the animatronics spend their days, waiting for him to arrive. Freddy sends Bonnie off to check if it's him, and so your adventure begins. So the core gameplay involves going around and interacting with things, and exploring. After finding the guard, you go back to 1985, where a boy named Richie is at a birthday party at Fredbear's family diner. You play this character, and walk up to Fredbear, and notice Spring Bonnie is missing. His friends then call for Richie, saying that Bonnie is over with them. Oh crap. You see Bonnie talking to them with a purple text box and tells the kids to follow him. And before they do, the game cuts back to the present, where Bonnie does indeed believe it is him. After that, you talk to Shadow Bonnie, who needs your help finding his death report, which he doesn't even know if it was filed or not. He doesn't offer you anything, but you could guess this will progress the story in some way. As you go through the game, you attempt to kill him, and well, if you're interested, I'd check this game out. It's fun, harmless, and worth a play. On to the next game. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Tycoon. That sounds pretty fun. This game is in a very early build, so don't expect much from me. So I guess you can name your restaurant. Cinemark Food Court it is. I don't know. Hope he tells you how to operate the GUI, and I guess you just take it from there. Speaking of the gameplay, it's basically just an improved version of FNaF 6's Tycoon bits, but you can place stuff literally anywhere. But yeah, not much to do. Just buy stuff and place it. Hope it gets improved in the future. Maybe not to the level of Roller Coaster Tycoon, but... Okay, that was fun, but I kinda wanna play something with more substance. But it seems like the answer is just across the street, which just so happens to be the name of the game we're looking at now. FNaF Across the Street takes place in 1986, where they're setting up for the new restaurant, and they're packing up for the big move. And oh my god, this game is amazing. The title screen has actual music, like not just the slight music Pop Goes had, but real music. And the gameplay is fun, the animatronics have different mechanics, and the cutscenes are spectacular. And this is just so polished. Every night you play as Willie A, and talk to people, and every night you also meet one animatronic's spirit. The doors and power work differently too. The doors don't take any power, and they're just standard issue sliding doors. But you do have to be there to keep it shut. Cameras also don't take power. Tika will sneak up on camera 5 and you'll have to keep the door shut until she leaves. Bonnie is just Bonnie and doesn't really have anything special about them. Boxley basically works as the puppet, you just have to play music to distract him. Freddy attacks the control room and will do something. I forget, but you have to use the new gate system as well. On the first night, Action talks to his co-worker, who tells him to repair Foxy. When you get to the back room, the puppet walks up behind Foxy and tells you that if you kill again, she would bring life to the animatronics, and make sure you died. On the second night, you go back home. When you get to your room, Jonas, Afton's son, meets with you in the form of Fredbear and asks you something. But that's all I can really tell you. The game crashed after this and it just made me go to night 3. Okay, only one game until I have to give my verdicts. So I've played a lot of FNaF fan games, but I've sadly neglected to play one of the most popular. Of course, what else would I be talking about besides 16 Nights and Unlikely Waluigi's? Okay, I'm talking about Jolly. So this game is really cool. I've kept seeing this on GameJolt, but I've never actually played it, because it looked complicated. It is. The game takes place after Circus Baby's restaurant opened, and so a competitor decided it would be best to enter the animatronic entertainment business. And so he orders animatronics quickly, and it seems like they have some defects. You know what else has defects? One of the animatronics, Internet, whose wires break regularly. So they're basically a mix of the puppet and the Among Us wire task. One thing I appreciate is that at least he looks a little different from the puppet. Vinny. There's also Tweety and Dolly, who use the elevator to get to you. Luckily, you can call the elevator from the office. Maxie and George both live in the vents. Them. The last new thing is the ability to take power from the generator, which allows you to do different things. And there's probably things I'm leaving out, because I'm stupid. So here's the final verdict for each game. Super FNaF. I enjoyed my time with it, and I'm gonna continue playing it. The story is interesting, and the story isn't half bad. Pizzeria Tycoon. It's alright, but I wouldn't recommend it in its current state. I experienced everything that I had to offer in 5 minutes or less. FNaF Across the Street. Oh my gosh, this game is so good. It is my favorite FNaF fan game. It has simple gameplay that my idiot brain can understand, but not too simple to make me die of boredom. And finally, Dolly. This game is a very quality game, but I couldn't hear half the first phone call because of bad audio mixing, and I couldn't understand the mechanics because of it. But I'm sure if you take the time to understand it, you would enjoy it a lot. So here's some advice: don't play video games all the time, or else you're gonna run out of power and be alone in the dark. And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to be busy being killed by an animatronic.